If your dream home feels a million miles away, you're not alone. If saving for a deposit makes you anxious, you're in good company. If you want a realistic way in, listen up. Shared ownership is a government-backed scheme designed to help people like you buy a home even if you can't afford the whole thing right now. Here's how it works. You buy a share of a property, usually between 25% and 75%, and pay rent on the rest. Over time, you can increase your share until you own it all. We'll break down who qualifies, the pros and cons, and share real stories from people who made it work. Stick with us to see if shared ownership is your shortcut to home ownership. First, let's delve into the essential qualification criteria for shared ownership, ensuring you understand if this path is right for you. Generally, your total household income should fall within the range of £16,000 to £80,000 annually. This is a key factor in determining eligibility. However, it's important to note that these income thresholds can fluctuate depending on the specific region. For instance, prospective buyers in London may qualify with somewhat higher incomes reflecting the increased cost of living. Typically, you'll need to be classified as a first-time buyer to be eligible for the shared ownership scheme. Nevertheless, certain exceptions exist. Individuals undergoing a divorce or separation, or those who have previously owned a home but currently lack the financial means to purchase outright, may still qualify. The process starts with finding available shared ownership properties through the Help to Buy website. Most shared ownership homes are new builds, though some resales are available. You'll need to complete an application form, provide proof of income, and get a mortgage for your share of the property. Let's be clear about the real costs involved. You'll pay a mortgage on your share, rent on the housing association's share, plus service charges and insurance. Don't forget solicitor fees, surveys, and moving costs. And if you want to buy more shares later, called staircasing, there are additional costs each time. Meet Sarah, a teacher from Manchester, who discovered the benefits of shared ownership. I started with a 40% share 3 years ago. The rent was actually less than what I was paying privately, which was a huge relief. And now I'm saving to buy another 25%, which feels like a real achievement. Sarah's monthly costs dropped by £200 compared to private renting, freeing up valuable income. And the best part is, she's building equity every month, securing her financial future. James and Emma from Bristol also took the leap and bought their first home through shared ownership in 2019. It was a game changer for them. We started with 50% and we're now at 75%. It gave us stability we never had renting, a place to truly call our own. And our mortgage payments are building our future, not just paying someone else's, which is an incredible feeling. But shared ownership isn't perfect. Let's talk about the challenges. Selling can be more complex. The housing association gets first refusal, which can slow down the process. Your rent portion can increase annually. And you're still responsible for all repairs and maintenance, just like any homeowner. So, how does shared ownership stack up against buying a home the traditional way? Let's break down the key differences so you can see which path might fit your life best. First, let's talk about deposits. With shared ownership, your deposit is based only on the share you're buying, usually much lower than what's needed for a full mortgage deposit. For many, this means getting on the property ladder sooner. Monthly costs are next. With shared ownership, you pay a mortgage on your share and rent on the rest. Sometimes your total monthly payments can be similar to or even lower than renting privately. But remember to factor in service charges and rent increases. What about flexibility? Shared ownership can make moving on trickier, since selling involves the housing association and certain restrictions. With traditional ownership, you have more freedom to sell whenever and however you want. Now let's look at long-term ownership. In shared ownership, you can gradually buy more shares, a process called staircasing, but you may never own 100%. With traditional buying, every payment increases your ownership until the home is fully yours. Finally, consider the risks. Shared ownership means you face rising rents, and you're still responsible for repairs. Traditional owners take on bigger loans and all maintenance but avoid paying rent. By understanding these differences, you can make a choice that matches your budget, goals, and lifestyle. Before you decide, ask yourself these key questions. Can you comfortably afford the mortgage, rent, and service charges? Are you prepared for the responsibilities of homeownership? If shared ownership sounds right for you, start by browsing available properties on the Help to Buy website. Speak to a mortgage broker who specializes in shared ownership. They'll help you understand exactly what you can afford. Shared ownership has helped thousands of people across the UK take their first step onto the property ladder, offering a unique pathway to homeownership that might otherwise seem unattainable. It's a chance to build a future. These schemes are available across the country, from bustling city centres to quiet, family-friendly suburbs, offering diverse options to suit different lifestyles and budgets. It's not right for everyone, and it's crucial to weigh the pros and cons carefully. But if you're struggling to save a large deposit and want to start building equity instead of paying rent, it could be your route to homeownership and financial security. If this video helped clarify shared ownership for you and provided some useful insights, hit subscribe for more UK property guides and expert advice. We're constantly creating new content to help you navigate the complexities of the UK property market, so stay tuned for more helpful tips and information. Drop a comment below with your shared ownership questions, and remember, every homeowner started with a single step. This could be yours, and we're here to help you take it.